Good afternoon. Well, a little too close. We've got the volume up. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. Welcome, students, parents, faculty, but most important, welcome to our veterans. We are very excited to have this opportunity to say thank you for all that you did. Be a little more mobile. I wanted to start off, when they asked me to do this, I was like, okay, I want to talk about something, but I didn't write this out, so bear with me. I thought it would be a little better if I didn't write this out. I grew up in a military household. Both of my parents were in the Air Force. I knew Mom worked in accounting in an office. I'd been to work with her. I knew Dad worked on the flight line, which means he worked on airplanes, because I'd been out on the flight line with him growing up and got to get up into the different planes and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like a way of life. I had heard the term veteran growing up, didn't think much about it, did know that my dad served in Vietnam, in the Vietnam War. Well, all these things were just kind of like everyday life to me. I never really realized the full impact behind the word veteran. My junior year of high school, I was told I needed to do a report over the Vietnam War. Let's face it, I was a teenager, and I thought, you know what? The easiest and the fastest way to get this assignment done is to go sit down, talk to my daddy, write up a couple paragraphs, and I'm done. I don't have to read a book. So I was very excited to get an easy, quick grade. So I walk up to my dad. He's in the den. He has this favorite little chair in the den. Nobody sits in Dad's chair. So I sit down next to Dad on the floor, and I look at him and said, Dad, I want to ask you a couple questions about the Vietnam War. And he just kind of looked at me, because we've never really talked about it before. And he just kind of looked at me, and he goes, well, why? And I said, well, I want to learn more about it. I need to do a report for school. So he gets up, goes into the kitchen. There's a cabinet way up behind the back of the kitchen where we kept like home movies and stuff like that. He pulls a box out, sits back down, and hands me a box. And the box is about this big. Okay? And I look at it, I look at him, look at the box, and I'm like, he doesn't say anything. So I'm like, okay, I open the box. And inside it is a medal. Had no idea at the time what it was, what it's for, anything. So I look at my dad. I'm a typical teenager. Okay, Dad, what's this? And he proceeds to tell me a story about the military base he worked on during the Vietnam War. He was on a tanker truck, which is the one that drives around with all the gasoline in. And they were gassing up an airplane. There's tankers everywhere, men everywhere. And he had told me that when you're gassing up the airplane and all the gas leaves the truck, all that's left in the truck are the fumes. And those that know anything about gas and fumes, the fumes are more volatile, more easily catch on fire than the actual gas itself. So he said all of a sudden, the truck catches on fire. He said he kind of jumped into mode. You know, when something happens, we all kind of, he's a quick thinker. So he tells one of the guys disconnected from the plane. My dad drove the truck about 300 yards, which is about 3 football fields, away from the plane, stops it, gets out and runs, because the whole time he's driving this truck, it's on fire. The fire truck ends up coming and they put it out, and he tells me the story. And I'm thinking, okay, pretty cool at first. And then I start sitting there. And I think, oh my gosh, my dad could have died. What if my dad wasn't here right now with me today? And it was kind of like a ton of bricks fell on me. And it was like, I couldn't picture life or imagine life without my dad. And so then he gives me the letter that talks about how he got the medal. And it was the Airman's Medal for Valor. And very few people got it during this time period. And in the letter, it goes of it, and I'm shaking, so I apologize. I'm getting a little emotional. It goes into a little bit more about I guess, how big of a deal it really was. Because in the letter, it thanked him for saving the base. Because if he hadn't driven that truck away, the whole base would have gone up when all the other trucks went up. It talked about the thousands of lives that he saved. And it wasn't until that day, one, that I heard what my dad